Good evening, ladies. Welcome. Welcome to the VIP faux rice paper. Faux rice paper. Say hi when you guys get here, and let me know if you're gonna try this with me or not tonight. Sorry, I didn't realize that I didn't have the list up there, but I think it's pretty one of those lists of everybody probably has it at home scenarios, right? So I have been doing some experimenting myself with this paper, and it's really weird. Okay, the video that I watched, this is a request per one of the group members, and that's perfectly fine. That's what I love, because it allows me the opportunity to, you know, do what you guys want to do, and it makes me, I guess, think outside the box, right? And it doesn't always have to be a craft. This is just going to be making faux rice paper, and then you can maybe do whatever you want with it. To me, the understanding with this rice paper is people are using this as junk journal pages, and I don't know that they're necessarily recrafting with it. But I did try some out earlier on here. This is it. This is what I have gotten. It's stiffer than the napkin. This is a napkin. So I have napkin and a piece of tissue paper I'm going to try it with. Okay, here with you guys tonight. But I did some playing around with it earlier today, and I used wax paper, and I used the shiny side earlier, and then I did this tonight. But this here on the dull side wants to adhere the paper to it. So it's not nicely pulling it. It's making that, it's making the paper stick to it, the wax paper. So I did much better on the side with the shiny. This was a foreign, I want to say over in Europe, like Germany type scenario of a video that I watched to make this faux rice paper. And they used a bag from a cereal. You know how it's got the plastic bag within the cereal box? They used that plastic bag, and they opened it up flat. And then they also suggested using a grocery bag. Okay, so for the grocery bag that they showed, though, is not a grocery bag that we would have. It's not like, it's probably, it's not like the dollar ones that you buy from Home Goods or something like that, but it's not the plastic stuff that we also get from the grocery store. So I was like, well, I think wax paper to me would be pretty much the same consistency, or pretty close to what you would get the cereal in. But I don't think it's the best. Okay, and I don't know if that's going to be the right answer. So I have a couple different things here that I'm going to try, and I'm just going to be doing smaller pieces with it. I actually have these envelopes that I mail you guys the napkins in, which I do have the everyday napkins to show you guys tonight as well. So I'm going to use one of these, but I also have the wax paper I'm going to try again, because I'm not sure, and I have a regular plastic bag, and I also want to try a Ziploc bag. So I'm going to do it on pretty much on 4 different surfaces tonight, okay? And see how it goes. I don't know if I had my mixture down. They said it's a 2/3 to 1. So 2/3 school glue to 1 part water. Or the water being coffee or tea. And we don't drink coffee here, so I don't have any coffee. But I did make up a tea bag here. And I wish I wouldn't have put so much water in it, but it is what it is. So it would have been maybe a little bit darker, but that's okay. That's okay. Hey, we live and learn, right? We live and learn. Okay. Sorry about that. That was another phone call. I guess I have to turn my phone on Do Not Disturb. That's my hair lady trying to get me a hair appointment since Friday. This is what drives me crazy. Okay, so this is not on the website, you guys. I got sidetracked tonight. My laptop's at my sister's house. I couldn't find the thingy for the mouse to plug it into my computer. So I'm kind of like, I don't have the way of doing it. But we'll get it on there, okay? We will get it on there. These are going to be just a single pack. There's not going to be any bonus packs allowed, or not allowed, but offered this time, okay? So I do have a couple patriotics, 2 or 3 patriotic ones within this napkin pack. So I have this cute bicycle one, and it's got the USA across the basket. That's really cute, isn't it? So I think this is going to be a 4 or 6. Let's take a look. It's got the cute little stars at the bottom too. Okay, so there's going to be 6 of those. That's a nice one. That's a nice 6 spot. I like that. So, so these napkins are going to be $25 because there's 22 napkins, okay? And I didn't want to do any bonus and get into all that. Yes, you'll take all the plies apart, Beth. You're just going to use 1 ply, correct. And then this beautiful napkin here has got the wording, like scripture type here, and it goes half this way, half that way. But I do love these colors, you guys. Some of these, if you could make your faux rice paper out of it, these would be really pretty antiqued with the tea or coffee stain, okay? So that would be fun. And then there's this one here. Again, these are going to be $25, and they're offered to you guys now. The rest of the people will get them over the weekend sometime, okay? So this is a pretty interesting napkin. I do like the lattice because that would make a fun garden theme. I do have a lot of oblongs this year. Thank you, Beth. I only have these comments too, which I figure isn't a big deal because we don't have a whole lot of comments once we start crafting anyways. And then this one I thought was gorgeous. The flowers, the colors, the whole kit and caboodle. I think it's gorgeous. Okay. Guess I didn't do that right. Okay. And then this one here. Actually, did I use this one? No, it's a different one. I like that one a lot. That would be really pretty to take those hot glue IOD molds that I have and make my own roses that are raised up and put them over the top of that. Try to paint them the same color. Excuse me. And then this purple one is gorgeous with the scalloped edge on it, on both edges of that. Isn't that pretty? It's beautiful for every day and or spring. So I will get these on the website as soon as I can. My sister's doing my taxes and she needed my laptop, so I can't stop the process of that, right? Here's another patriotic one. I love the wagon. I'm a big wagon girl. I do love wagons. So this is going to be a 6 of them. And this one here is gorgeous too. I'm normally not a big purple girl, but these are stunning. These are stunning. And you can make that one full sheet. You guys know that I have those 12 by 12 surfaces for sale, right? And I don't have any over here. Those wood surfaces with the nice pretty wood grain on it. Those are for sale on my website for every day. Look at the cute cherries with the scalloped edge. This whole napkin is going to just be that. I think this one's adorable. Adorable. If you guys are commenting, for some reason I'm not seeing them all of a sudden, so not sure. Can somebody like say hi so I can see if it's if you guys are just being quiet or what the deal is? Look at this gorgeous one, you guys. Look at that. Isn't that so pretty? What a great background. Oh, there we go, Beth. Okay, thanks, Beth. Thank you so much. This one I think is adorable. Okay, so you guys, I have a person from my church, Michelle Bujanowski. She is super kind to me, you guys. And she went on a trip to Europe, to Germany specifically, with her husband for work just after Christmas, I think, or just before Christmas. I can't remember now. She came across some napkins and she sent me a message. She texted me and said, do you need any napkins? And she sent me pictures of it. And she was so kind that she brought me back some napkins that I paid for them, but these, so I have one or two of them are actually going to be in next year's Christmas packet. And then this one here specifically is from all the way from Germany. Just, you know, like freshly brought. Isn't that adorable with the polka dots in the back? And I think the roses are stunning. So I do get, oh my gosh. Can anything else go wrong? Hey, Joan, how are you, dealer? So anyways, yeah, that one's from your, specifically from Germany that she brought back for me. I thought that was fun. Here's a pretty welcome one. I do like these. I actually have some really pretty flowers that I bought. So that's going to be a 4 spot. That are going to be, I put them all over there. They're all in the peachy, yellow, orangey tones. And they're absolutely gorgeous. Some of them are pink too. And then this one, isn't that beautiful? With the watering can and the birds. This one I think is really cute. Just all the detail in it. And this is going to be the same 4. But all the detail in that napkin with the impatience and the bird, the gloves hanging over. Isn't that gorgeous? And then this one you guys have seen me craft with. As a matter of fact, I have some of that I did with earlier. This is just the same napkin. Or it's a nice surface. Great colors. Great colors. And this one here, gorgeous. Love the birdhouse. Love, love, love. There's 4 of those. I have an idea of something to do with this one. And then there's this one. Is this one from, this one might be from Germany too. I think she brought me back like 5. But they were all this size. I think so. I think this one might have been as well. I don't know. My sister's got the napkins at her house. And then here's one more patriotic. That will be We Love the USA. This one finishes off the 3 patriotics that are pretty simple as far as patriotic goes. But I thought that was adorable for summer. And then I have this one here that has the bee in it. That looks like a stamp, doesn't it? And so you're just going to get that one time. But I do like how neutral it is. And thanks, Linda. Thank you, Joan. Here's another birdhouse one with the lemons. And remember, I do have that really cute lemon, lime, and oranges and watermelon. These would be cute coasters. Ribbons. And then there's just something that just drew me to this napkin. It's clean. And it's great colors. So again, give me some time. You're in the Telegram, I'll get it posted. If you're in dire needs for it and you really want it that bad, you can Venmo or PayPal me the 20. It's going to be $25 for these. For all of these with the shipping. Here's some more lemons and butterflies. Super pretty colors. This blue is perfect. This is almost like a periwinkle. Almost. Not quite. And then this pretty rose one. This one might have been from Europe too. I thought they were all the big ones. So you wind up with 2 of those. I don't see my sister on here. She could be busy. So those are the napkins. Yeah, 22 of them for $25. Okay, let me set those to the side, and we're going to get going. So I have tissue paper, and I have a napkin, and I have 4 different surfaces that we're going to try this on. One being the wax paper that I told you guys to grab, which is what this one was done on. I just don't know if I had my glue water mixture down good. Okay, and so I'm going to use a Ziploc bag. I'm just trying to get the right consistency down to be able to peel it back off after it dries. We won't know the answer to that until after it dries overnight. This one here, I did try to rush the process. The back side of the dull side, do not use the dull side on the wax paper. Use the shiny side on the wax paper. So, I'm going to reuse this surface here in the corner for the wax paper. And then I'm going to use a grocery bag that's plastic like this. And then I'm going to use a mailing bag that I use. Actually, I think I might have a smaller one. Those are my... Those things are not cheap, y'all. You might be even able to use a garbage bag, you guys, for your kitchen. Or, you know what I mean? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. I do have a smaller one. Good. We're going to use the smaller one. That way... I won't ruin my good ones. My napkins sometimes go in there. So I've got that, but I also have, and I'm not going to waste it because it's kind of costly, but you know what I mean, buy a white garbage bag for your kitchen. That might work too. So let's just try these. So I'm going to cut these in half. See, now this tissue paper already has a waxy consistency on it. So I don't know that that's really a good fit for this, but we're going to give it a try anyways. I'm going to cut this napkin up. And I'm going to do some of it with a tea stain mixture and some of it just with straight up. I am so sick of this dog today. She's going to lose it before I lose it. Sorry. Kind of in a funky mood today. It's my 13 years ago today, my dad died. So I'm kind of in a funk tonight. Sadie and Hunter, be quiet. Okay. Alrighty then. So I had this mixture from this morning, but so it's 2/3 of to 1 part water. Now, if you do the water, you're gonna, Sadie, please. If you're gonna do the water, it's at the coffee or tea in it. Don't do regular water. That's going to substitute, okay? So I'll get my words down pat in a second. So I'm going to dump some school glue. They didn't measure. I wasn't going to measure either. I feel like, who measures? So I'm just going to try to eyeball it. But I think what happened was I think that one doesn't have enough glue in it, but I don't know. So I think you might have to play around with it. I did add a little bit more school glue to this. So we'll see if that helps. That's going to be my glue for without the wash. And then I'm going to use this here as my tea stained. Okay. You want it to be thin and watery. Okay, let's try that. And then we're just going to stir. So the lady said if you do coffee, that it will not last forever. If you do it non-coffee, the water mixture with the glue will last forever. So you could put it in a container with a lid on it, right? To get, to be able to make this mixture and keep it. That's what I'm trying to get at. So it's very subtle, and that's okay, but it's gonna, you guys, can you see the difference here? Let me take this out. I don't know that I've got it as watery either, but just so you guys can see, it's a slight difference. This is just without any, and this is with a little of this. I think. Now I'm going to use 2 separate brushes. Could I use parchment paper? You could. You might be able to. I don't know. They were using something, so this needs a little bit more water, I think. Now, if I would have put less water in here, I don't know. Because I did out of the tap. I did not make up the tea bag with hot water and all that. I just got hot water from the tap. My water can get pretty stinking hot. Okay, so with that. We're going to go with that. And then it's runnier. Okay. Let me clean up my mess. Sadie, zip the lip. You know, these kids have no mindful that I'm doing anything ever. Oh, I'm shocked you're going live. Yeah, what do you think I'm doing? This is my life, y'all. Okay, so what you do first, after you get your mixture done, you're going to apply a coat of on the base of this. And I'm going to do this here. This person marked the napkin as well. I only watched a video, okay? They actually marked the paper with the napkin, like around the edges, so they would know where they needed to apply the mixture. So they weren't over the mixture or over the edge with the mixture. So I think what this is going to be is a trial and error on the consistency of your glue and water ratio. Okay, so then you apply this on, and she folded hers in half, but I don't have the big napkin. She actually used the whole napkin, like a 4 square of them, on the regular size lunch napkins. So she used all 4 squares, and she did that on there. So, she embraces the wrinkles. She, as a matter of fact, went in and was kind of tapping on the thing with her fingers to try to get that consistent wrinkle going on. Because when you actually pull it off dry and you have those wrinkles, it gives you that look of the rice paper. So we basically want that to soak up from the back side and adhere that napkin down to it. And it's going to look like that. Can you guys see those wrinkles in there? So I'm going to leave it just like she did. And then you come back in, and she started from the middle out. And she said if it starts to tear, you need more mixture. So this is what I'm doing. From the middle out. And try to stay as close to the napkin as possible. Okay, now this is for her is very important for getting the paper off after it's dry. You will take your brush like this, and I'm going to try to get it up here close for you. And you're going to take that edge and you're going to slide it up, kind of rolling it up. Can you guys see that little indentation right there? You're going to roll it up like this in a little bit. So you're kind of lifting it up to give yourself an edge to grab and make it easier for it to come off of your surface here. If before she realized that this was a good trick for her, she would have to take an X-Acto knife and go and score underneath that paper in order to get it to work. So we don't want to do that. We want simplicity, right? Super simple. So this is why we're trying to not have a bunch of extra glue along the edge either, because ultimately that's going to mean it's going to dry like that. Okay. She also had an area where some of the glue was stuck on there. So we're going to let this dry overnight on all of these. And I don't really see a whole lot of difference on the tea stain here. Hers was definitely much better than this. That was on me. But I mean, we'll see. We'll get the gist of it, right? We'll get the gist of it. So I'm going to set that one to the side. They can dry overnight, and then I'll have to come back on maybe tomorrow morning, and I'll work with, I did dry this one with the blow dryer, but, I don't know if that's why the paper's just ripping and sticking to it, or if it's because it wasn't the shiny side, because I did it on the shiny side. And I'm gonna show you guys this. Actually, I'm just gonna take this piece of wax paper off. And because I'm going to show you guys afterwards with this how I was taking it off, okay? All right. So with the wax paper, I need my shiny side or my shiny side. The one that feels smoother is on the wax paper, okay? I think drying it naturally works out better. Where's my striped paper? Oh, there it is. Okay. So we're going to try, I don't know that I want to, here, let me just do part of this. I mean, I can get another piece of wax paper. What are you thinking? All right, let me just, never mind. We're going to repeat this process. And this is actually from the Dollar Tree. And it has, let me cut this off because I'm not sure. I might have used, I think I burned that edge with something. I just kind of eyeball it. If you want to mark it like she did, go for it. I'm just hoping that my glue consistency is good enough. My concern with this one is it already has a shiny side to it. Oh, that's okay. Don't worry about it. I'm wondering, you know what? Let me look and see if I have another paper. And the other thing I thought maybe would be pretty cool to do is a paper from, I guess all tissue paper has one kind of shiny side to it, doesn't it? A hymnal page. She actually had a page from, what was that? She had some paper from, she actually had some cheesecloth she did. And then she had a pattern, you know, a sewing pattern. That was pretty cool. So I'm just going to grab a piece of this. It's a little prettier than the other one. And I'm going to put that down there. And I'm going to do like she did and do the wrinkles. Because I get what she's saying. When you have that rice paper, it kind of has that look of, oops, I just ripped it. Stink. Dang it. Tissue paper's even more delicate than the napkin. And I can possibly speed one of these up with a dryer. Oh, I almost forgot to come in and push it up. Roll it. Basically, that's what you're doing is like rolling that edge in. Almost like those shaved ice creams, right? Roll that edge in. You know I'm going to use a food analogy, right? Because I'm psycho about food. Okay, so that one I'm going to set to the side, and let's try it on here. And we don't have to do all of the we don't have to do each pattern. I just was kind of curious what pages, what consistency worked the best. I mean, if you could go to the dollar store and buy yourself one of these poly mailers that don't have the bubbles in it, and it would work for a surface that you can use over and over and over again. She said she just takes hers off to the side and she just reuses hers every time. So we're just trying to come up with the proper surface. Being that she was from another country, we want to make sure we're all kind of trying to do the same thing, right? I'm going to go back to my white, just my white glue here, and I'm going to do that on this bag. It's a very, very quick, simple process. The longest is your drying time. Ultimately, that's really the biggest thing. Is your dry time. This one seems to want to, Everything seems to want to spread. It's almost like water and oil. It's not mixing very well. Is that a good analogy for you guys? Do you guys get that on the paper here or on this piece of plastic? It's almost like it's wanting to separate from the plastic. And it's pretty well soaked through, but we definitely want to get a top coat on here. I love this napkin. I think it came from one of my mystery boxes. Okay. Yeah, this one seems to be puddling a little bit more, like I said, because I think it has to do with it's kind of like wanting to separate from the bag. We're going to give it a go, though. We don't know if we don't try, right? I love it. I love it, too. She said 2/3 to 1 on the mixture. 2/3 to 1. And I'm actually going to add a little bit more to this. So if you actually want to measure it out, go for it. I'm going to add just a little bit more glue to this, and we'll see if that helps. It's still very runny. And I might just continue making different ones. And we'll see how the consistency goes on it. But let's try this plastic bag. I mean, if we could do it on a plastic bag like this, but I kind of feel like this is going to be the same thing. It's going to be, no, it's not. Okay. I thought it was going to be more like the Ziploc where it was wanting to separate. It's not. You might be able to just use this straight up grocery bag. Wouldn't that be awesome? This is a little bit harder to work with. I feel like it keeps wanting to grab and come with me when it's on my finger. All right, so let's... Yeah, sometimes this group is not about the craft. It's about what we can learn from how to make things. We experiment. I'm your guinea pig, right? We're guinea pigs together. Because when she started to tear it after she got, I believe she got all the edges raised away from the paper, and then she pulled it. And it just came right off for her. So I trust her process. It's just trying to use the product barrier that we have between countries, right? Oh, you don't get plastic bags. Oh, well, sorry. Who knew? Okay, so then there's that. Okay, let me get to... So again, I've showed you guys the non-shiny side just wants to pull away. And I don't know if that's because I try to speed the process along with using my hair dryer. I don't know if that's the reason why, or if it's just, I really think it's just the consistency of the paper pulling at it, okay? This side here is the shiny side, believe it or not. And it wound up tearing on me. I don't know if See how it's leaving the paper there? It's not pulling the paper with it. So this is the napkin now. This is what I pulled off of it. That would be my rolled up edge. And I really think I didn't have enough glue in the beginning. I really do. When I did this one this morning, I did this for you guys this morning to try it out. So let's just do some smaller pieces. I'm going to add a little bit more glue to this. I'm going to kind of use up my solution here, or whatever you want to call it. So I can get a feel for what I'm doing. I thought I had one, two. Oh, I guess I used them all. Okay. Oh no, here's a piece. We're just going to use some of this napkin. This might be a little bit better. I think that had I think that was a huge part in mine this morning, was the mixture. So I would have, I mean, I guess you could go to the Dollar Tree and get yourself a set of cups that you could use for crafting. I personally would never have used my kitchen ones for it. So, and I didn't even think about measuring at the time. So. I'm going to put the hairdryer on it in just a second here on a couple of them and see if we can, I mean, I probably had that hairdryer sitting on there for 10 minutes. I should probably get one going and just let it quietly, well, it won't be quiet, but let it sit on one of these pages. Okay. Let me move that out of the way. Let's see how it works. Oh, is that how it goes? 5 cents for a paper bag. That's actually pretty cheap. And those paper bags are actually probably pretty good to have around. Let's see if this works. This plastic Ziploc, I'm almost afraid, and the grocery bag, I'm almost afraid that it's going to melt it into it. Shoot. Get your butt back here. Coming along. She was mentioning that the tea stained or coffee stained side works really well on the white. Oh, that's a good idea, Beth. Pouring it back in. That's pretty dry. We're going to set that over there, and I'm going to work on this. She had like, I think a a twisty container, you can maybe use something like a diamond dust, or get a jar from the Dollar Tree that has a screw-on container and do a mixture of it like that. But if you're going to put any of the additive color in it, coffee or tea, it won't last as long. But, you know, maybe you won't need it. Maybe you'll just add it as you use it and just have your, I don't know, like if you made just a tea bag and you could squeeze, I don't know. The stronger you make the tea or coffee, the darker the color. So I don't know how this is. I'm going to take the piece that I have from this morning and I'm going to see how it would look decoupaging it on a piece of wood, because I'm not really sure what they're using it for after that. This particular woman was using it for like a junk journal kind of thing. Yeah, you know what I mean? So we'll see. But thank you, Beth, for bringing this as a project idea. Anytime you guys want to see something done, just ask. I can't guarantee it. I have had before where a project's just become too much. It's too costly. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see this. I just tried to water down paint on one page before putting the glue down on the paper. Oh, as opposed to mixing it, Beth? How'd that work? You can let me know. Let us know. Another thing I want to do with you guys, was, what was that one that Carol did? Oh, the paper in the molds. You know what I'm talking about? The tissue paper in the molds, or not the tissue paper, the Kleenex or the other paper. Has anybody tried that one, that method in your molds to make, instead of doing like I do my hot glue molds? Yeah, that's fairly dry. I think we'll be able to pull that. One up. See all the wrinkles in it? That's so fun. She mentioned if you use Mod Podge, she has tried this out where you take this consistency, you put it in a book for several months where she was in the heat of her summer and let that all play into a factor as to whether or not this would, when folded together, if it would actually stick together, and it did not. But she thinks with Mod Podge, it's a stickier consistency. It would probably not work very well, and it would probably wind up sticking together a little on the page if you're using it for like junk journaling. I'm just going to continue to try to dry these since it's working out really well. You can tell this is a little discolored from the original, but not much. The edges are a little bit moist because of the rolling up. I got this plastic bag. I'm just going to hit it over here. Did you guys have any questions about this? This is a good project to kind of play around on your, oh, geez, Lori. A good way to use up some of your old napkins, pieces of napkins. I have a whole drawer full of used napkins, you guys. I would always put a raised edge on all the way around when you pull it. Yes. Definitely crease it all the way around, which if you're going to turn around and antique it, you guys, it's going to give a great edge to antique with like Waverly wax or your ink. I only want to dry these because I want to see how they come off of these surfaces, but this one here, that one's pretty dry off of the plastic. I probably wouldn't rush the process if you guys are doing it at home and you don't need it for any reason. Sorry about all that noise. All right, that's pretty decent. Let's start with this first one though. We'll give these all just a little bit of time to play around, to dry up a little bit more. So we're gonna work. See, that's kind of wet still because my edge was thick. I might be rushing the process. I could be rushing the process. Where I rolled it up, it's a little bit moist where I rolled up a lot of it, and it's a little bit thicker of an edge. So yeah. Okay, let me try one that maybe doesn't. Does this one got a lot? Okay. I'm gonna try to get around this edge. This one's working really well for coming up. I'm pleased with this one. You might want to go to the store at Dollar Tree or somewhere, Walmart, get you one of these bags. I wonder if they even have them at the post office where you could get one for free. You know what I mean? The priority mail ones. Don't tell anybody I told you that. Oh, Raven, by the way, I noticed the cross. I know what you're talking about. I cannot believe that I missed that. That is perfect. My dad would have loved that light. Blue was his favorite color, and the cross would have been perfect for him. So. You'll have to let Erica know. here's an area where I must not have pushed it up all the way. And it doesn't want to come. I'm just going to start pulling from this side here since I'm having a little bit of issues with it down at the bottom. And maybe it'll just roll right off. Oh, we got a tear up here. That's because it's not wanting to come off. There we go. There we go. Ugh, now we rip it again. Okay, let's just keep trying. See how it's coming? See that? I guess this is where the knife would come into play. My fingernail is so messed up. Here it is. Which I don't know that it's going to work really well on this plastic. Oh, a little tear, little tear. Okay, see that? This side here has a waxy consistency to it, which is the bottom part of it, and this is the top part of it. It can be torn, but look how cool that looks, you guys. That turned out really good. On that turned out really good. Okay, let's see about this one. Oh, look at that. Wow. I'm impressed. Wow. Oh gosh, yeah, absolutely. I loved it. Wow, you guys, I'm just done. I'm blown away. All right, I would have to say that's my go-to thus far. And the shiny side. How fun is that? Okay, let's try it back to the parchment paper. I'm not digging the parchment paper. I'm not digging the parchment paper. This is the tissue paper as well. I feel like it's leaving a layer of the glue on. It's not working. Don't do the parchment paper. Sorry about that, y'all. And let's see about this one, if it's actually not really that dry, but we'll see what we can do. If we can do anything with it. Not really. Let me just dry it for another second. The Ziploc bag wins. Yes. That just like melted right off, you guys. That was awesome. I think this might actually be a good winner too. I just don't think that my edges are dry enough. And so what we're going to do is I'm going to get actually I have a piece of wood right here I can use. We'll see if that continues to dry over there. And I'm going to take this piece of wood here and I'm going to leave it brown. And I'm going to just put the flowers over it. I'm just curious how well this is going to decoupage. Look at this. Look at this. How fun is this? You guys, you might wind up doing this like constantly, right? Okay, Mod Podge. Let's Mod Podge. Alrighty. Mod Podge, Mod Podge. I need to refill this, huh? Leave it lay down. Okay, so I bet you if you put that shiny side up, we'll do both. I'm gonna, you might not have to decoupage over the top of it because it's already protected, right? Maybe I should paint these and see how it looks painted. Ultimately, I don't junk journal. I don't know if you guys do. If you junk journal, this would be perfect for that. You could lay it in there or maybe glue it down or something. But I don't have any desire to junk journal. You will never catch me doing that. And so I don't know. What else you would do with it if we can't get this thing to decoupage on. I don't know. I really don't know the purpose of it, Linda. I know, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even know. It's weird. They just make these books out of cardboard, scrap crap. I don't even know. Anybody help? Can anybody help explain what it even is? And they make pockets and they tie it and like it's a book. I'm not really sure. So it's like almost like you're making this journal out of junk, right? Whatever. Oh, fun. Did that come through? Scrap crap. Hence the word junk. Tell it like it is, baby. Tell it like it is. Sorry, I'm so rude. Okay. Let's get some Mod Podge on here. Wow. That turns out really good on the side. See that? That's cool. And I'm not going to put anything over the top of that one. And now we're going to Mod Podge the other way.
Sorry, I don't understand.
Because nobody's talking to you, sis. Shh. Oh, come on. Okay, so let's do shiny side down this time. On here. I still don't know that you're going to have to decoupage over it. I mean, what a cute wood block. What a cute wood block. But I will decoupage over it just for a little shits and gigs, okay? Little S&G. You love this, Lori? Of course, Beth. Thanks for the idea. Beth Price is the one that asked me if I would do this. And I said, sure, we'll schedule it out like after we got done with some of the Easter things. So, we got a whole new month coming up here, y'all, for April. And I am working on the schedule. here. Girl, you're about on my nerves today. She has done nothing but bark. She is not Hunter. I'm doing my live. Yeah. Oh. Let's dry it up and see. And you have so many napkins, right? Who doesn't? I have the whole drawer full of this I could do, of all of my pieces of napkins from all my napkin packs, from all the times I would decoupage my napkins. I could have a field day with this. I could turn around and make them and sell them. No, this is really, really fun. This was really fun. It's taking a while to set up on here, you guys. Not as quick as my normal. So I just don't know if we would have to even bother, but let's see about this plastic bag still. I think what I'll have to do is get me a jar from the Dollar Tree that I can actually make up some of this mixture. I would probably want to make up a whole container of the school glue and just put it in there. Something I can dip in would be easy. I actually have a couple jars around here, I think. Old candle jar would work. Yeah. Let's see if this is dry enough to roll it back. This one's a little more challenging. Quite frankly, it's not worth the effort when you know that you can do this on a Ziploc bag and have that happen. I was really worried that that Ziploc bag was going to be a no-go. And look at what happened. It was the best one yet. See how it's wanting to tear a lot on the bag? I think because the bag itself is a little bit more wrinkled too. Could be the reason why it's giving me guff. Oh, and you know what it's doing? It's picking up the back. You don't want to use a paper bag because it's picking up the back. You see that? The letter from the napkin or the bag is adhered onto the napkin. You'd have to have a plastic bag that's clear. So that doesn't work. Ziploc it is. Ziploc for the win. Y'all, I want to do... Here is what I would do, though. Get yourself one of... Maybe you could go to the store and just invest in it, okay? Okay, so here is the side I decoupaged, and here's the side that I did not decoupage. And I think that this is a little bit shinier, but they have the same feel to it. So I would say you don't need to even do the reverse side, okay? And I would do my tea a little bit stronger. I did try it with the tea. I didn't have a very strong bag though. I mean, I made too much tea. So, hey Maddie. So I don't have a good tea, strong tea. Do coffee. You can do coffee as well. Let me show you. So what I was thinking is, since I've already used this bag, you could cut it down the seam here, Or invest in a big bag that would be, what are those ones that you can, like for storing winter clothes, you know what I mean? A big storage size one might work as well. Go to your Dollar Tree and look around and see if there's something that you can find there. Because if you ultimately want to do a full napkin, you have to have something bigger than this. If you want to have a full sheet, right? So you'll have to give that a try. And I have my crap scissors. So that might give you a little bit better. And you don't need that top part on there, but get you some scissors at work, girl. I don't drink coffee either, so that's why I don't have, you can't believe I don't drink coffee. I drink Diet Pepsi. That's my caffeine fix. And I know it's so bad for you, but whatever. That's what it is. It's my clutch. I just was thinking of trying out a hymnal sheet really quick on here. These Debbie Mixon gave me in some Happy Mail. And I do have some books. Here I Am, Lord. What a perfect song. Oh, I threw my mixture away. You dummy. This is actually is the tea stain one. Believe it or not. So let's try it. If you guys aren't bored of this, let's try it. I went really far over. But I want to try to wrinkle it. This might be a little bit too thick. The paper might be a little bit too thick. Oh, I know what I could do. Let me see if I can do it. It's crumble it up first. Okay, let's do this again. Yeah, let us know, Beth, how the spraying and the dumping works. There, that helped to crinkle it up. I don't see why this wouldn't work. The person had used cheesecloth, so why would it not work, right? I'm just saying. This was fun. Joan, did you make some, Joan, or are you just watching? I want you all to try this. I want you all to try this. Okay, let's try. This is going to be a little bit harder to lift. I don't even know that we're going to need to lift it. Let's try not lifting it on this, since we know that it just fell right off. I had opened this up for a larger surface for a full napkin. You have some coffee. Perfect. Love it. Please post, you guys. Post what you guys do. Please. If you could just snap a picture, you should be able to go right to where it says write something. And that time you can hit the photo and you can take the picture right there and it'll come right up. Yeah, that's really cool, you guys. Look at that. And this piece here is not decoupage on the top, but it's still, I wish I could get a good angle. You can still feel the same consistency. It does look shinier with the decoupaging on the top, but if you like the matte finish, you would just have to put that bottom side up. I mean, that'd be stinking cute if you just put a word like spring across it and you put this on a tier tray. Like, come on. I just don't know how more dry it is underneath. Dang it. Hold on. I got paint on Erica's card. I brought it down here so I would have it if anybody wanted it. Let me get that off so I have her her information. All right, let's give this a try here. See if it's too wet or not. Okay. Here it is. Still a little bit damp, I would say. A little bit damp, but it still does it. I can feel it there. We'll just leave it there to let it finish drying overnight. And if there's anything sticky under there, maybe it'll grab it. But yeah, definitely like crinkle up your pages. And my actual pages from my missalettes from church they're not this thick as this one that Debbie gave me. So that might even be better. And you guys, some of you have those missalettes. You might try using a page out of that as well. Well, this was so fun. Thanks, Beth, for the idea. I love it. If anybody's got anything they want to shoot out there for next month, just ask. Like I said, no promises. Sometimes it becomes too costly for people to do, or it's just something that I feel like I can't teach. So, all right, y'all. Have a great evening. And I guess I will see you guys tomorrow sometime. I forgot to look and see if I'm on Craft Around the Clock or not. I better do that so I don't miss it again. All right, ladies. Have a good evening. And I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye now.